Alaikum, good afternoon and welcome to Baina Midday News, coming to you live from Atomic Junction, Benab House, Medina. You can also stream this news live on Facebook at Baina TV and on YouTube at Baina TV. Coming up this afternoon, I'll reopen investigations into alleged act of corruption, says Mahama. Cocoa board workers bemoan effect of illegal mining on cocoa sector. Honorable Yusuf donates jerseys, balls and money to 9 teams in Ayawaso North. This and more coming up shortly. Thank you for staying with us. Moving on to our first story. Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has emphasized the profound impact of Apiache explosion on the nation, highlighting the responsibility of Ghanaians to prevent similar tragedies in the future. During the official inauguration and handover of the new community to residents on Thursday, May 2nd, the Vice President said the explosion shook Ghana's foundation, leaving Apiache and indeed the entire country in deep sorrow and distress.
The Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, who inaugurated the project, was accompanied by the regional minister and other ministers. Over 120 housing units have been finished and are ready for occupancy at Apiache, a farming community located between Bogoso and Baudie in the Prestia Uni Valley municipality in the western region 2 years after it was struck by a tragedy. In January 2022, a vehicle carrying about 10 tons of mining explosives to the Chirano mines collided with a bicycle, resulting in the detonation of explosives, which destroyed the entire community. After the unfortunate incident, the government immediately commenced the reconstruction process, which has seen the completion of 124 housing units and auxiliary facilities for the survivors. The newly built structures, ranging from 1-bedroom to 7-bedroom units, comes with enhanced facilities, including a market, 6-unit classroom and kindergarten blocks, inner roads, water and electricity, a drainage system, and a water storage system. Addressing the gathering at the official inauguration ceremony, Dr. Bawumia described the effect of the explosion on the community as a devastating and unfortunate, but expressed his contentment for work done so far. He said the country owes it to the victims and their families. He commended President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo for his efforts in rebuilding the community for the people of Apiache.
Workers at the Ghana Cocoa Board have called on government and relevant authorities to prosecute illegal miners. According to the workers, the miners have destroyed most of the lands in cocoa growing areas in the country.
According to the workers, the practice is hampering cocoa production and costing the country millions of dollars in revenue every year. Workers' representative on the board of directors at Cocoa Board, Edward Ampofu, believed that if the menace is not properly dealt with, cocoa production outputs could hit an all-time low. He said activities of illegal mining is killing the cocoa industry and called on governments to urgently intervene. Mr. Ampofu recounted the recent securing of $600 million facility to rehabilitate some 600,000 acres of farmland affected by the swelling shoot diseases. He narrated that after a successful program, illegal miners desecrated the land for mineral resources, derailing the progress made.
The Secretary General of the Trade Union Congress has urged Ghanaians to reduce the over-reliance on imports and consume what is produced in the country as a major step towards stabilizing the cedi against major international currencies. Dr. Ba made the call during the 2024 National May Day Parade at the Independence Square in Accra on Wednesday, May 1st, 2024.
According to Dr. Yauba, the depreciation of the cedis at this monumental scale of about 25% from 2016 to date represented the huge decline in living standards for the Ghanaian worker. He explained that the over-reliance on imported goods, those prices are directly affected by the exchange rate of the cedi in terms of the major international currencies, such as the US dollars and the pound sterling account for the monumental depreciation of the local currency. He lamented on the decline in living standard of Ghanaians, especially younger people who have completed tertiary education and are finding it hard to secure jobs. He said the relatively high wage increases the union negotiated for their members last 2 years had lost their real values, adding that the union has a lot of work to do to protect the Ghanaian worker. Dr. Ba noted that the current exchange rate of 14 cedis to $1 compared to about 4 cedis to $1 in 2016 meant that workers who earned a monthly salary of 1,000 Ghana cedi in 2016 were taking home equivalent of $250 in 2016. But today, the same 1,000 Ghana cedi was $71. This, coupled with the inflation rate of 25% and over 30% interest rate on loans, had made the high cost of living unbearable for the ordinary Ghanaian and compounded the problem of Ghanaian workers' ability with basic necessity such as food, school fees, and rent advance.
Away from that, the Member of Parliament for Ayawaso North constituency, Yusuf Jaja, has donated sports items to teams in the Ayawaso North community as part of his sports development initiative. The donation, which took place at the EP Church at Newtown on Tuesday, 2nd May 2024, saw 9 teams receive jerseys, balls, and cash to support them in their training.
Teams such as Aveno FC, Alhamdu FC, New Era FC, Strong Tower FC, Bayern Munich FC, FC Mamobi, African Crown Soccer Academy, and Accra Newtown Youth were among the beneficiaries. Speaking after the donation, Yusuf Jaja said, "One can easily tell the love for football, which is now world's most followed sports, by simply looking at the number of teams in the Ayawaso community." He also highlighted on the need for discipline in football, saying, "Football needs discipline, and with discipline, every player has the potential to excel." The Member of Parliament promised to continue supporting the development of the game through the initiative as a means of motivating talented footballers to give out their best.
Yana mina abin da ku zo ka gani ku duka kun gan kaman kun samu jin daɗi, ku da kanku kun gan kaman teams nan da footballers duka suna jin daɗi. Abin da muka yi yana mina abu ne mai sauki. A Ayawaso North constituency muna da football teams, clubs na aka ready sa suke buga league, coast division, division 2, division 3 da ababai duka na suke buga league. Shi ne muka nemi su dukansu mun samu guda tara da keepers trainers guda, muka ce ya mu ma da mu tanye su so that management ko buga ball su ya ci gaba. Shi ne muka ba su football jerseys, mun ba teams sun duka jerseys, muka ba su football kuma na bugu, sannan muka ba su kudi kuma at least da su buga ma su doki lori da shi da wasu ababai. A takaice in kun ga mu abinda muka yi kenan, muka organize wannan program, teams sun duka muka supporting su.
Former Minister of Youth and Sports, Neil Lante Vanderpoy, commended Yusuf Jaja for the initiative.
My younger brother, Honorable Jaja, ya krane ya bani invite kama nzo witness abu ina yinga. Wangane encouragement kunlu inaba younger MPs nang. Kama kunlu ke duba abun weneka yi ya taba kowa chicken constituency. And that is what will make you the good MP. Sometimes it's not just about infrastructure, but the little things ka yi when ya shiga chicken mutum. Every time, yeah, I feel one nabu. And this little that you have done for our brothers who are running coast clubs, Division 2 clubs, and 3rd division clubs in this constituency will forever live with them.
NDC constituency chairman Alhaji Manaf Walker commended Yusuf Jaja for a kind gesture even though his party is in opposition.
Ruwa ne shine Honorable Yusuf Jaja gaskiya yana kokari sosai. Although ba government shi power, amma irin taimakan da yake yi na matasa gaskiya is extraordinary. Shi sa wallahi mun gode sosai irin taimakon da honorable ya yi ma wadangan 9 teams da ke cikin Ayawa North constituency.
Some of the beneficiaries expressed their gratitude to the Honorable MP for the donation and gave their assurances they will put the donations to good usage.
New Era FC founder Ibrahim Mohammed magana na shine ina son ya je to youth waɗanda suke son su buga ball nan so ya hankuri kowa ya take football nan serious because mun gaji kuma muna cikin gajiya especially cikin wanga hard time and difficulties har honorable ya cire wani abu cikin abin da shi yake da shi ya bamu sai mu ce mun gode ma Allah kuma Allah ya sa ya zo dewa kuma ai muna haka nan mun gode kuma mu ma mun yusun shi yanda ya kamata mun gode ma
Rashid, the vice president Alhamdu FC. I want to use this opportunity to say a very big thank you to our honorable MP, Iowa North constituency. To my words to our MP, it's doing the good things I've been doing for Iowa North until December 7th, when they hand over the baton to us. God come in 2024, inshallah. So,
Newtown Youth. I group 5, and I league top. No, there was there any other way am I? No, you overall see you on here. Was small, Mr. Majanum. There was, and we say, at the papa be a upe or Abraham, remember Abraham. I thought for the best shall be no other question. And we said, the one Oliver, be brave. Yet, 2 winning bonus honorable. We say, be more than 2 winning bonus. He said, another time. We invite her.
You could clearly see that he's a man of his words. Those of us who know him knows exactly what I'm saying. My name is Abdulaziz Idris. I'm the director of Avenue Star Football Club. On behalf of the team, we say a very big thank you to Honorable Yusuf Jaja for giving us this kind gesture. I will say in my language, una dia, na uni na new albarka. Thank you very much, and may God still bless you.
Allah, alhamdulillah, mun gode ma Allah. Honorable Allah kara ma dogo rai. Allah kiyaye ka. Allah baka sa da rabo. To ba yi bane, amma alhamdulillah. Allah sa kafin da mu ji another call kuma abin da mu zo mu karbi yafiya kanga kuma. Allah kiyaye ka. Allah baka sa da rabo. Doyin team ba yi bane. Wallahi, especially coast team. Division team, go one division do kabaize bani. 2000 gade ya rage pressure. Wallahi, the just the ball, see ball baize bani.
Former President John Mahama says his government would reopen investigations into the alleged act of corruption and graft in the former Sanitation Minister Cecilia Dapa's case. He made this known in a post on X on Thursday, May 2nd, where he expressed his discontent with the outcome of the investigation into the alleged act of corruption involving the former sanitation minister.
His post came after the Attorney General's office advised against conducting money laundering investigation into the former sanitation minister's affairs by the Economic and Organized Crime Office, (EOCO). The advice was given following the Attorney General's determination that the request by the Special Prosecutor's Office (OSP) to EOCO to initiate money laundering investigation into Cecilia Dape's affairs lacked a solid foundation. The OSP requested this after determining that the case involving over $1 million cash found in the former minister's house, which was discovered by its officers, did not fall under its jurisdiction. Instead, it raises money laundering concerns. This information was disclosed after several months of joint investigation with agencies like the Federal Bureau of Investigation of the United States. However, upon a request for advice on the issue by EOCO, the Attorney General's office found that the OSP did not submit the report on the joint investigation to EOCO and has not responded to EOCO's request to provide its findings. According to the Attorney General's office, the docket presented to EOCO only includes the OSP's letter transmitting the docket, the diary of action, statements recorded during the investigation, and letters written by OSP to other institutions like the CEID and banks during the inquiry.
And finally, in sports, Dreams FC sealed a spot in the semi-final of the MTN FA Cup following their win over Soccer Intellectuals on Thursday afternoon. Abdulaziz Issa scored the only goal of the game at the Theatre of Dreams in Dawu to secure the win for his side.
The still believe Lars came into the game looking to bounce back from the weekend's defeat that ended their campaign in the CAF Confederation Cup. The Division 1 league side, on the other hand, were hopeful of continuing their fairy tale run, as this broke the deadlock for Karim Zito's men after 29 minutes powering Dreams into the lead. The home side took the lead into the break with Soccer Intellectuals failing to threaten in the latter stage of the half. Dreams came from the break still with the upper hand and managed the game well enough to see off the lower tie side. The game ended 1-0 with the Premier League side going through to the semis. They joined Insutriman, Legon Cities and Bofakotano with a feature against the latter on the cards.
And that is it for our midday news. Log on to our website www.benamultimedia.com for more news. My name is Sherifatu Ayuba. Enjoy the rest of our programs.